Hi, I'm Jessie Collins from Pyramid Educational Consultants, and I just wanted to show you some simple things about using a visual schedule or schedule in your house with your child or learners. So all of us use a schedule. Just kind of show you guys, I'm still kind of old school and I actually use a paper planner and I write my schedule out. I know a lot of us use our calendars and our phones, but a lot of our students may not be able to use a written planner or something on their phone similar to us. So one option that you could use is to use some type of lower tech or visual or picture-based schedule with your students. So just a quick reminder that using a visual schedule is not PECS. So these are just pictures, and you're going to use these for a lot of different things in your learning environment. In this particular case, using a visual schedule is actually a receptive lesson or a listener lesson. The picture is telling your student when they see it where they're supposed to go. So not PECS, but just a different way to use pictures in your learning environments. This is one of the more fancy kind of schedules that we might use at Pyramid that we actually have that's made out of plastic. And I'll show you guys some examples if we don't have that. But one of the ways that we teach our schedule when we have something like this is that we would set the schedule for the day. Quick reminder, it is a prerequisite skill for your student to have single picture direction following, meaning that when your student sees the single picture by itself, they would know where they're supposed to transition. Chapter 11 of our PECS manual actually talks about teaching critical communication skills, both including single picture direction following, as well as teaching your kids to follow a schedule. So right now I'm going to kind of explain the schedule. So you would set your schedule up in the order that you wanted your student to have it for the day. You could set part or all of the schedule, and this allows the student to see what's coming for the day. When one activity ends, the student would then transition over to their schedule and take the picture on the top of the schedule. They would take this, and then the way that we use a more formal schedule, we would have them move it to the top of the schedule, which indicates that it's time for them to transition to this particular activity. So your kid would go to the area in your house that you're set up math, and they would sit down and do their math work. And then when math is finished, that would tell them that it's time to come back to their schedule. They would take this, which was the one that's finished, move it down and put it into the finish box, and then take a look at what was next and move this up on the schedule. And so in this particular case, I also put an example of if your student really dislikes math, but is kind of motivated by a video, that might be a way to build some reinforcement just naturally into their schedule. It's okay if you don't have something fancy like this, especially in this time. We could just use something low tech. So this is just an example of a file folder. You could use any piece of paper and paper with tape, or these are just some Post-it notes. I just did some really quick drawings on some activities, and you could essentially have your student set up the schedule the same way. When it's finished, they could move it onto the back, or you could even have one side be what they need to do, and then the other side what is kind of finished. So lots of options for you to use something like this, even if your student doesn't have something like this. And other things that we kind of discovered is that on a phone, you could take pictures of stuff and just have an album, and the kids could swipe through, and that could be their schedule. You just kind of reorder the pictures so they're in the order of the schedule. Or even in the memos or the notes page, you can actually go in and just insert the photos kind of if you wanted to go top to bottom instead of right to left for your student to follow the pictures that way. So do remember, this is something you have to teach, so we're not going to get it for free, but it can be a really effective strategy for your students to understand what's coming for the day and what they need to do. We do have a talk on our website called The 9 Critical Communication Skills. It's available virtually, so you can watch it from the comfort of your own home in your pajamas if you're interested, as well as definitely check out our website, www.pecsusa.com. And on the free materials section, there is a support at home tab where you can find these videos, as well as we've posted some schedule pictures and some other things that you could print out and use. So good luck. Also, you can use our PECS user support Facebook page if you have any questions. And we hope that this helps you at home during this crazy time and also beyond. Have a good day.